So, as I have told you that whenever we are talking about biochemical reactions, I mean, we can't avoid talking about the enzymes, we can't avoid mentioning which enzymes are involved. A biochemical reaction, it's not possible for it to occur successfully, to be completed successfully, unless there is an enzyme there. So, it's very important. We will see later that enzymes are not only important for the occurrence of the biochemical reactions, but they are also very important for the regulation of the biochemical reaction. One of the most important part of the functioning of the enzyme is that enzyme have to bind with the substrate, with the substance which have to undergo a change during the biochemical reaction. So, these substances which bind with the enzymes are called as substrates. These substrates can be one substrate or more than one substrate, depending upon the nature or type of the reactions which we are discussing. A reaction, biochemical reaction, can be simply a single substrate reaction, single reactant reaction. For example, if we are talking about the hydrolysis of the hydrogen peroxide, which gives rise to the formation of H2O oxygen, then it can be a two substrate reaction, and these two substrate reaction can in turn either be combining with each other, giving rise to a single product. For instance, I mean, you can think of any such chemical reaction. For instance, if glucose and fructose are combining with each other, giving rise to the formation of what we say the sucrose. So, here glucose and fructose are the two reactants which are giving rise to the formation of one single product, that is the sucrose. Or it can also be happening that the reactants, both the reactants are different, there are two or more than two reactants, and they are also undergoing modification and giving rise to a modified product. For instance, you have gone through in the protein synthesis the process of transamination, a very important reactions as far as the synthesis of amino acids are concerned. And you have seen, for instance, there the amino acids like what we say the product like alanine and alpha ketoglutarate, they act as the reactants, and they both of them then undergo certain modification because of the reaction, and it leads to the formation of glutamate and pyruvate, two new products. So, depending upon the types of the reaction, there can be different types of reactants, their numbers can vary. Active site of the enzyme is the site which is to which actually the substrate bind, and which then undergoes certain changes, because of which the reaction is carried out. Of course, because enzymes are proteins, the active sites are made up of certain amino acids. These amino acids have their own properties which determine the functioning of the enzymes. These amino acids can be hydrophobic, they can be hydrophilic, they can be polar, non-polar, I mean, they can be branched or unbranched, and so on and so forth. So, overall nature of the enzyme, overall functioning of the enzyme depends upon very much on the composition of the amino acids in this active site. Specificity of enzyme is a very important a feature of the enzyme functioning, because if enzymes are not specific, there will be a mess in your cells, and actually your cell will not survive. So, specificity again is a very important feature, and that again depends upon the very what we say the composition of the enzyme, that what it is made up of, what amino acids are involved. Then there are also not only the enzyme's own structure play a role, also the environment in which the biochemical reaction is taking place. It also affects the biochemical reaction by affecting the functioning of the enzyme. For example, one of the most prominent environmental factor is always the temperature effect, the functioning of the proteins, the structure of the proteins, and because enzymes are proteins, they are going to be affected by temperature also. Specifically, extreme level of temperatures tend to affect more dramatically the activity of the enzymes, either towards the lower side or either towards the higher side of temperature. As you also know that at higher temperatures going beyond 50 degrees C, these proteins or enzymes start getting denatured, which means the enzyme won't be able to perform its function. After temperature, there is also pH. pH levels also affect the very functioning of the enzymes, because you know that binding of the enzyme with the substrate, then the very functioning of the enzymes also depend that what sort of polarity of the medium in which the biochemical reaction is taking place, what is their its charge, what is its ionic status, what is its pH. So change in pH also going to affect the active side of the enzyme, which of course in turn affect the very functioning of the enzyme. As extreme level of temperature leads to the denaturing of the proteins, similarly extreme pH, both towards the very lower pH level when the medium become more or more acidic, or towards very high pH level when the medium become very basic, it also tend to denature the proteins or enzyme, and hence its functioning is disrupted.